China's internet has always been a world of its own. But today, the biggest divide is how it's embracing AI.
说什么？你钱和那丫头，你选一个。
Generative AI fills social feeds. It's appearing on TV screens. And it's even in government propaganda. Why, in a world of AI skepticism, is China its biggest champion? While many in the West remain wary of big tech, in China, technology has long been seen as the engine behind the country's rapid rise.
It has probably something to do with the fact that in China, there's just been a very clear relationship between technological progress and improvements in people's lives, and the clear improvements that people see, just in their daily lives, for example, with digital payments, the sort of shared economy. And so I think this general, you could call it tech optimism, has probably also made its way, or it's also contributed to a general willingness to try out AI tools.
AI-generated content exploded more than 14-fold from 2024 to 2025 in China, with over 2 billion AI videos and audio clips produced, averaging 60 new pieces per second. Despite its rising popularity, this surge has sparked concerns in China. On September 22, 2025, China launched a new law that would require all AI-generated content, whether videos, images, text, or audio, to be clearly labeled. Major Chinese social media platforms, including Tencent's WeChat and ByteDance's own Douyin, launched new disclosure features on the day of the law's implementation. Artists are also concerned about their work being stolen or even replaced by automated tools.
I remember in 2023 when I first started to pay attention to Chinese AI, in a more systematic way. I remember at that time a lot of the attention was on graphics designers, because that was the sort of first group of Chinese creatives who saw that the AI systems were now getting good enough that they could be replaced. And I think that probably just has to do with sort of the nature of their work, and it just seemed like these systems were able to, for example, like reproduce images or like edit images in a way that, at least for the graphic designers, they saw this as a threat to their livelihoods. I think that group of people has slowly expanded now to include musicians, movie directors, and like just more, a bigger and bigger group of people are feeling threatened.
China's film sector is feeling the effects of AI, especially in microdramas.
여럿이서 하나 괴롭히니까 재밌어.
人在海里越慌越容易死。
沈若冰，这可是高定限量款。
These short dramas made for mobile viewing emerged during the COVID-19 pandemic and have taken off ever since. By the end of 2024, the industry had a total of around 660 million domestic viewers. Typically lasting under 3 minutes, their formulaic structures make them especially vulnerable to AI automation. Some studios are experimenting with AI actors. While established stars are not as threatened, lesser-known micro-celebrities are worried they could be replaced.
Hello， 大家好，我是演员舒涵玉。今天想和大家认真聊一下我最近的真实状态，还有现在整个短剧行业的现状。我呢是已經快整整3個月沒有新工作，沒有進組了。
短劇演員被 AI 替代失業，直接退圈。
请收看短剧男演员没有戏拍，回家挣大棚的日常。
I do think there is definitely also a growing sense of anxiety about these videos becoming better and better. So in the last few months, there's been a sort of growing trend on Chinese social media. It's sort of been coalescing around this hashtag, which is called Fan AI, basically resist AI. And I think a lot of the tension there has been driven from creators or artists, maybe movie makers, directors, musicians, for example, who are getting increasingly anxious about the improving quality of these AI models. And that has a lot to do with, for example, these models being good enough that they're now being able to produce, for example, like microdramas, which is a big industry in China.
While the movement to resist AI media is apparent, the reality is that AI-generated content is likely here to stay, at least in China. But what does the West make of it? And what are the AI trends emerging from the US?
I frigging hate AI.
Cheap, professional looking, there's even a name for it, AI slop.
What would you do if an AI stole your job?
China and the US have taken different approaches to AI development. While AI content is flooding Western social platforms too, the response tends to be more negative. Public sentiment towards AI is largely skeptical in the US, with many viewing it as a threat to society. The skepticism is fueled by a distrust of the technology, gaps in regulatory oversight, and insufficient education on how AI content is produced and interpreted.
So, from the internet to smartphones to social media, and now AI. AI is no longer the future, it's the here and now. It is impacting a wide range of Americans and a wide range of areas of their daily lives. And so back in 2021, when we first asked about this, we found that 37% of Americans said when they think about the increasing use of AI today, they're more concerned than excited. By 2025, that had risen to 50%. And so we're seeing this trend of rising concern over the past several years. But even so, people's views of AI do tilt negative.
The US ecosystem has been more market-driven, funded by venture capital firms, and focused on creating the top-performing models with the most advanced computers to outpace rivals. This has fueled an intense domestic competition, an AI race within the nation. In contrast, China's ecosystem has focused on open source and open weight models, as well as large-scale industrial deployment. It has been heavily subsidized by Beijing and local governments.
If you want to drive up productivity, if you want businesses trying out AI, then it's definitely worth it to make sure that the general population is open to AI and they actually like it. Actually, this you could say is quite a big issue in the US, for example, where you're seeing a lot of the leading AI companies come out of Silicon Valley, but you're not seeing necessarily the flyover states or sort of the general population being that open to AI.
AI has also been a source of tension between China and the US. Numerous American lawmakers have voiced the importance of leading the global AI race. The US took an early lead with OpenAI's ChatGPT, but the emergence of Chinese models like DeepSeek in 2025, combined with Beijing's push to become a global industry leader by 2030, has rapidly closed the gap. In early June, President Donald Trump signed a long-awaited executive order asking companies to voluntarily share advanced AI models before their public release.
It's not all doom and gloom. So it's 40% of Americans who say that the impact of AI on society over the next 20 years will be negative. That's a lot higher than the 16% who say it will be positive, but some think it's going to even out. And so I think one important point is that while we do see this rising concern, we see this theme of skepticism, we do see that some think there will be good and bad. Some are still making up their mind.